The following is a Richie on Sports production.
The weather outside may be frightful, but the pools inside the Blue Haven showroom here at 4525 Airline Drive in Metairie are delightful. Log on to bluehaven.com if you think I'm kidding. Hi again, everyone. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside John Forcade, and welcome to Purple, Black, and Gold. We're no dummies. We're not outside by a pool right now. We're inside in the cozy confines. And John, speaking of cozy, the Saints are certainly cozy with a 3-game win streak now, a 17-14 win. Always nice to beat the Dirty Birds.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Anytime you go out and beat the Atlanta Falcons, your day, your week is made. The fans, the city, the state of Louisiana. But it was a great football game. Even though it wasn't a 38-10, which everybody predicted, they won, and that's all that matters.
The beat goes on for the Saints now, 9-2 overall. They'll get ready for Seattle. We'll talk about that game in just a moment. Also get you ready for LSU Arkansas. But first, let's talk about the Saints defensively against Seattle, holding the Falcons again, really just causing havoc to Matt Ryan. Tied a season high with 5 sacks, 1.5 from Akeem Hicks, who they called a beast in the broadcast. And the Saints, you got to agree with him.
I got to say that we've been working really hard just as a unit, and everybody, like today wasn't just a single effort. Everybody was rushing the passer. Everybody was making tackles. We were holding the front. We were holding the line. Cam Jordan, Broderick Bunkley, Tom Johnson. We just have so much depth. You know, it's hard to beat.
Tonight would clearly emphasize how talented he is. 8 tackles, 1.5 sacks. He's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, hence the nickname Baby Rhino.
I was a little surprised they went and drafted Akeem Hicks. You know, nobody really heard of him from the Saskatchewan area up in Canada. This kid has come in and has played some football. Watch out for him in the next few years being an all-pro. He's a class act football player. Along
with Junior Gillette and Cam Jordan, I mean, what a defensive front right now for Rob Ryan's crew. And speaking of guys that perform well, especially against the Falcons, Pierre Thomas, early in his career, he had a big injury against the Falcons, but since, he has been really tearing it up. John, what, 130 total yards? Pierre Thomas certainly did the job once again, and right now is second in the NFL for receiving amongst running backs in the NFL.
For me, it's the Yaks. You know, they call me, sometimes I hear these guys call me the Yak King, but my whole mindset is either getting a first down or a touchdown. Every time I touch that ball, one guy is not going to stop me. I'm going to keep my legs going. I'm going to keep pounding it. You know, you're going to have to send your whole team to try to stop me, because out there on that battlefield, I mean, I'm not going down easy.
My take on Pierre Thomas is strictly this. This kid comes to play week in and week out. Doesn't matter if he's carrying 15 times, carrying 6 times, carrying the ball for 130 yards or for 50 yards. He is a player the New Orleans Saints need in this football club, and I'm glad he's with this team this year.
This week, the second of 3 primetime games for the Saints, who will play Monday night style against Seattle. We'll talk more about the Seahawks in the next segment, but first look at the numbers by Drew Brees. On Monday Night Football, 9 consecutive wins by the Saints QB, and look at the numbers, completing 72% of his passes, just under 3,000 yards, and his TD to interception ratio, 28-5. John Forcade, tell me a little bit about what Drew Brees has been like and why he's so good on Monday Night Football.
First and foremost, the reason why he's so good is because he's got a good coach. He's got a good team around him. He has the weapons, but the main thing is this guy is so smart. One of the players in the football club that you know comes in, week out, prepared and ready to play football.
Time for us to take our first break on the Purple, Black, and Gold. We'll talk more about the Saints Seahawks in our next break. And coming up later, we'll go purple on you with a little LSU, stopping Johnny Football and getting ready for some Golden Boot action. Again, we're at the showroom, the Blue Haven showroom on Airline Drive, 4525 Airline Drive. It's the standard bearer of pools. A proven track record since 1954. Log on to bluehaven.com for more.
This is Robert Namer. Hot talk can only be cooled by an affordable, refreshing backyard resort from Blue Haven Pools and Spas. Since 1954, the #1 choice for building a new pool or existing pool remodeling and service. World's largest, best quality, best warranty, best price. Blue Haven Pools, certified pool designers, fully insured and rated. For health, entertainment, and recreation, visit bluehaven.com. That's bluehaven.com.
Welcome back to the Purple, Black, and Gold. And at every level for the Saints, there is a connection with the Seahawks, starting with general manager Mickey Loomis, who spent 15 years prior to coming to New Orleans with the Seahawks and was the executive VP from 92 to 96. Joe Vitt, the Saints linebackers coach, and last year the interim head coach. He spent 11 years with the Seattle Seahawks from 82 to 91. And also, of course, linebacker David Hawthorne, sporting Ricky Jackson's number 57 these days. He began his career at Seattle. Welcome back. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside former Saints quarterback John Forcade, and you played in the NFL. You know when you play a couple years in the league, you're going to play against or with guys that played on other teams. There's going to be connections every week.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Eric. You know when you play in any football league, if it's any league, any opportunity you get a chance to play with somebody, everybody moves around. You know it's a situation when your contract's up, you go play somewhere else, and then again you could be back. So, you never know. What goes around comes around. So I say this. Go to Seattle. There'll be some Saints guys on Seattle squad. They'll be saying the same thing about, hey, I played with those guys before.
Absolutely. Spencer Ware, running back for the Seahawks, used to be at LSU. Now, of course, the second consecutive week as the Saints play, this time on a Monday, last week on a Thursday, the routine is mixed up a little bit. So we won't have that Monday Peyton's Place press conference that we normally have. So for that, we're going to take it back to Sean's post-game comments from the Falcons game for our Peyton's Place.
I thought that was a real good, hard-fought win. I thought both teams played hard. We tip our hat to Atlanta. They came out with great energy, and certainly in the first quarter, being able to stop us and then taking the football down that first drive. We felt going into this game, we knew it was going to be a challenge. It is every time we play them. When you really look at the two teams, the history, regardless of the record, it's always been a close game, and tonight was no exception. Well, he meant a lot. I don't know how many runs on third down, but he's one of those players that does a lot of things well. He's versatile. He had some big screen passes, run after the catch. I don't know what his conversions were on those third down snaps you're referencing, but I would agree he's got good balance. Not having Darren, changes some things. Tavares Cadet was able to get some snaps. And Tim Lolito had a chance to start again with Jari's ankle. I thought, we gave a game ball to Tim. He basically had one day. He had a walkthrough on Tuesday and had to bury the lady that raised him on Wednesday back in Michigan. And, for him to come in, and it's not going to be a perfect film, but for him to fly in after the funeral, watch some extra tape last night, and then play like he did tonight, is pretty strong and pretty emotional, I'm sure, this week for him.
You always like to own something or somebody. In this case, Sean Payton, he owns the Atlanta Falcons. Look at the stats in the years that he's been here and what he has done against the Atlanta Falcons. If he could play him 16 games in a row, the NFL won't allow it, but Peyton Place would love to have it.
No question about it. Paul Boron, he was at that game in Atlanta this past Thursday. He joins us now from the Saints complex in Metairie. Paul Boron with more on the Saints, this past win, and a look ahead to Seattle.
Eric, what a difference a few months makes. When the Saints and Falcons met in Week 1, it seemed to be a battle of NFC title contenders. Well, 11 weeks later, the Saints are still in that hunt, but the Falcons were the first team eliminated from playoff contention. But one thing that didn't change, a Saints victory was not easy.
It always comes down to the wire against these guys. We had a lot of ups and downs, out there playing. I mean, you got to give it to them. On the defense side, they did a great job of, getting a lot of 3-and-outs and putting pressure on our quarterback. But we did a good job of executing, and, there's a few things we need to make, mistakes we need to clean up, but, we came out victorious.
You continue to find ways and know that, listen,
every victory is a hard-fought victory, but man, to come on the road in the division against the Atlanta Falcons, who obviously we've got a strong history with, very prideful, group that's used to winning. You know the type of game it's going to be. 9 of the last 12 of these have come down to the last possession. I included tonight in that stat because we just know the type of game it was going to be. It's going to come down to the wire, and defense made plays at the end, offense, made plays at the end, and we were able to get the victory.
It was a good rivalry game. Once you had the opportunity to play somebody so much, you pretty basically know their tendency. So we knew we were going to have to come out and play to the last second of the game.
While no one likes the short week, the benefit of that Thursday night victory is that the Black and Gold had 10 days between games, and they'll need that rest going to the Pacific Northwest to face the conference-leading Seahawks.
They're a great football team, and they're an exceptional football team at home. So we're going to need our best to win. We understand the type of matchup it's going to be. It's going to be extremely physical. We get a couple extra days to prepare and to rest our bodies. They're coming off their bye week, so both teams should be fresh and ready, and this should be a heck of a football game.
When you looked at the Saints' schedule at the beginning of the year, this 4-game stretch, starting with the Cowboys game, seemed to be particularly daunting because it was against 4 NFC title contenders. Well, any Houdat fan would have gladly taken 3-1, but now they can get greedy as the Saints look to win their 4th straight.
Paul, this game figures to be the game in the NFC this year, but on this Monday night occasion, it certainly has some historical value too, doesn't it?
Indeed, Eric, you have to go back more than 20 years for a Monday night football matchup this late in the season with 2 teams with records as good as the Seahawks and Saints. Seattle comes in at 10-1, New Orleans comes in at 9-2, so it should be a good one, and it should be chilly with game time temperatures in the low 30s.
Paul Boron, thanks, from the Saints Complex in Metairie. So it's the battle for home field advantage in the NFC. The 9-2 Saints at the Seahawks, 10-1 overall at CenturyLink Field. That'll be a Monday night 7:40 kickoff from Seattle. Again, for the Saints, the second of 3 straight primetime games. And again, CST will be your home to get you ready for the Saints Seahawks starting on Thursday outside the huddle with Tom Gregory. Saturday night, it's CST tonight with Victor Howell and Paul Crane. Then following the game, your exclusive home for one-on-one coverage of Drew Brees with Mike Neighbors, our Saints insider, on Saints Tonight. Now, as far as beating a Seahawks team who will be without Walter Thurman and Brandon Browner, a couple of cornerbacks, let's go to John Forcade with his 4 keys.
4 keys tonight for New Orleans Saints to beat the Seattle Seahawks. First and foremost, must shut down Lynch, the running back. Must contain him. If they do that, they've got an opportunity. Secondly, defensively, get some turnovers. Shorten the field down because you want to get the crowd out of the game. Offensively, Drew Brees has got to get out early, put some points on the board, and make Seattle catch up. And last but not least, don't let this crowd get on the New Orleans Saints. Get out, get early, put them away, and come back home with a victory.
I love it. John Forcade's 4 keys. Time for a break. Coming up later on the Purple, Black, and Gold, we'll do a little green. That's right. Tulane picks up a much-needed victory. We'll hear from Curtis Johnson as they prepare to go bowling. As we take a break, hear from the showroom at 4525 Airline Drive in Metairie. We're at Blue Haven Pools. Check them out. It's cold outside, but they've got heated pools, hot tubs. Check it out. BlueHaven.com for more.
In a world full of ordinary, invite the unexpected. Bellegarde Hardscapes. Be prepared for company. Visit us at bellegarde.biz.
For your decorative outdoor living needs, call Gemstone, your local Bellegarde dealer, in the New Orleans area and the North Shore, in Baton Rouge, and in Lafayette. Welcome back to the Purple, Black, and Gold. Time to talk LSU, and John Forcade's 4 keys was all over it. Stop Johnny Manziel was all 4 of your keys last week, and that's exactly what LSU did. Forced Manziel into 2 more interceptions, 2 sacks, and I think for the first time in some 13 games, Texas A&M was held under 40 points by like 30. They only scored 10, John.
Well, it was a ball game where the defense 2 years in a row shut down Johnny Manziel. They wanted to call him Johnny Football. Come on, people. It's Johnny Manziel. There's ain't but one Johnny Football, and you're looking at him. LSU did shut him down, did a great job, but LSU's offense ran all over A&M's defense, 34-10. What a great win for the LSU Tigers.
Still in hopes of a 10-win season, beating Arkansas and winning a bowl game, and you've got that 10-win season. As far as there's only one Mad Hatter and there's only one Johnny Football, let's go ahead and hear Les Miles and a little Thanksgiving love this week from Coach as well.
Happy Thanksgiving. Did it come quickly? I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. I mean, really, it just seemed like, we flew by and suddenly, maybe it didn't where you're at, but where I'm at, it just happened so fast. We have a lot to be thankful for. The health of our families, relationships that we've built over time. I think we all need to take stock. I am the easiest man to please when it comes to food. I have to be honest. I think it's definitely the turkey with a warm gravy. Maybe it's the last spoon or fork of food on the plate, that has a little bit of salt and pepper and maybe a little bit of the turkey and gravy and some of the stuffing that would be there, and maybe just a smidgen of that cranberry stuff, right? Not like a big, not kind of overwhelm the last bite, but that right there, oh my goodness, right? That last bite's worth a lot. I might add that the turkey sandwich with mayonnaise, mustard, and onions, and a little salad, a little lettuce, kind of makes for good eating later too, doesn't it? Arkansas team is a very good football team, and they're a team that has talent and can run the football. They have a defense that flies to the ball as well, and Coach Bielema has done a great job in getting them to play. They play hard every week. They're a very specific challenge. Our football team will go no further than watching their film to figure out that they're very capable and that we're going to have to play well.
The key to stopping Johnny Football is to keep him in the pocket. LSU did something a little different than what other teams did. They rushed three, kept him in the pocket, had a couple of robbers right now, watching him over the whole time they played. I love what the key was for John Chavis' defense. That's what won the football, keeping him in the pocket.
It's the purple, black, and gold, so let's get you ready for the Golden Boot. Of course, Arkansas and LSU, the Tigers, a 25-point favorite at minimum right now. Of course, 8-3 overall, taking on a 3-8 Arkansas team who has yet to win a game in the SEC. LSU has won 2 straight in this matchup, 3 of the last 4. For 4K's 4 keys, let's go back to John. What do you think to beat Arkansas?
Well, basically, to beat Arkansas, Eric, is simple. Run the football like you did against Texas A&M. Don't turn it over. And then turn those guys on the outside loose. Beckham and Landry and Zach Mecklenburger, what more can you say? I don't think it's going to be under 40 points LSU scores this week. It'll be in the 50s that they'll score. As far as defensively, Arkansas is a bad football team. I think the defensive unit for LSU will shut these guys down. And then overall, I think they'll get some turnovers and shorten this game down. This game will be a 50-something point score by LSU.
Time for us to take a break, and as we get close to Thanksgiving, it's always fun to think about better, warmer conditions like a Blue Haven pool. They've been the standard bearer in the pool industry since 1954. Log on to bluehaven.com to find out more.
This is Robert Namer. Hot talk can only be cooled by an affordable, refreshing backyard resort from Blue Haven Pools and Spas. Since 1954. The #1 choice for building a new pool or existing pool remodeling and service. World's largest, best quality, best warranty, best price. Blue Haven Pools, certified pool designers, fully insured and rated. For health, entertainment, and recreation, visit bluehaven.com. That's bluehaven.com.
It's the purple, black, and gold, but let's give you a dose of green. Tulane and UTEP this past Saturday at the Dome. How about senior Orleans Darkwa on senior day? Are you kidding me? The first touchdown of the game from 20 yards out, part of a 137-yard performance by the Tulane running back. Nick Montana was back and in fashion. How about 3 touchdown passes for the son of Joe? And Tulane, after a couple of tough losses, pick up a win over a struggling UTEP squad in emphatic fashion to the tune of 45-3. Tulane now 7-4 overall, 5-2 in the conference. I worked the game for CST on the sidelines and talked to Curtis Johnson and Orleans Darkwa right after the game. 2 tough losses that win, not only to get the win, Coach, but in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, you know, I thought we had 2 good weeks of practice. Thought those guys went out and they hustled, and coaches were on them. We were all over them, and it's a good win for us. It's what we needed.
Now on to Rice, a chance to win a division title, Coach.
Yeah, you know, we're going to get ready for Rice tomorrow. We're starting with bright and early. I think Rice is a really good football team. They've been playing excellent all year. You know, it gives us a chance. We got to go on the road and try to get a victory.
For the seniors that said goodbye to the Superdome, their last home game, guys like Orleans Darkwa, what does this win mean to them?
Oh, I think it means the world to them. You know, to go out your last game, go out to play in a fabulous place like this. It's a great venue. I mean, it's just a heck of a deal for them.
And speaking of which, Orleans, come on in here, season high 137 yards. What a way to finish off your career here at Tulane at home.
Definitely, it's a blessing. You know, I give thanks to this coaching staff. You know, they said they were going to feed me early on, and the O-line did a great job blocking for us.
What a win for Tulane, 45-3. Great defensive performance. They've been doing that all year long. Offense finally showed up to play. I'm very happy for them. Curtis Johnson, 7-4. Still got an outside shot at winning the western side of it to play for the championship. Good luck to you guys.
No question, this week against Rice. And, John, at halftime, there was a special moment. They honored the all-dome team from Tulane. They've been playing there since 1975. And a guy I know you played against, Rodney Holman, the guy who went on to play in the NFL for the Bengals and the Lions. We had a chance to talk to Rodney Holman, part of Tulane's all-dome team, at halftime. Down here with former Tulane tight end Rodney Holman from 78 to 82. You roamed this football field. What stands out, first of all, when you think back at the days that you played here at the Dome?
Well, we had some great years here in the Dome. That's the 79 game when we played LSU here. It was a televised game that we played them here and won that game, was victorious in that game here. I guess, you know, to put my hand or my finger on the actual one that actually happened, it'd be hard to say, but we had some memorable and some great seasons here in this Dome at this time, yeah.
Rodney, what was it like to be honored today as a member of the all-dome team? Some of your former Tulane teammates, guys that played before and after you, guys like our own Sean King up in the booth?
I mean, it's a humble deal for me, for myself personally, to be recognized. I mean, 38-some years playing, I get selected as one of the tight ends. I mean, they had quite a few players on this team, and quite a few players in those years that actually played. To be recognized is definitely a great recognition from that point of view.
Still living in the New Orleans area, up in Slidell. What do you think about this current Tulane team and the job Curtis Johnson has done to make this team bowl eligible?
It's great. It's great. My hat's off to Curtis, the way he's doing it, the way he's getting the local. We didn't have that little flavor before in the coaches before, you know. So for him to get back and get a little hometown individual in the position to get the flavor here, I always just said you never have to leave Louisiana to get the athletes. The athletes are here in Louisiana. Why venture out? Everybody else is coming in this state to get the athletes. Why ship one? Leave out. I mean, like right now, we got the #1 running back in the country. It's like, what, 4 or 5 miles from Tulane University?
Yep. Well put, well put. Congratulations, Rodney Holman, one of the all-dome teams for Tulane.
First and foremost, I played against Rodney Holman up in Oxford, Mississippi, and in the Superdome. This guy is class act. If he's in the NFL right now, he'd be tearing up like these guys, Jimmy Graham are. Overall, I played in the Superdome a couple of times in college. It's a little bit different playing in those type of dome atmospheres where you're looking at a 75,000-seat arena. You're only putting 30,000 fans in there. But it's great to play there because you know you're always going to get 72-degree weather.
From college football, let's head to high school. NOLACatholicLeague.com. 3 of the 6 teams in the Catholic League still alive in the semifinals of Division I. Rummel will go head-to-head with top-ranked St. Aug on Saturday, and Friday, it's Holy Cross taking on second seed Bird. As far as Coach Wilson's concerned, he's going to be part of our big TV show that we do each and every week on Cox 4. Here's Barry Wilson, part of the interview that you can see this week on NOLACatholicLeague.com's TV show.
Oh, I guarantee you, it's real big. Last time Holy Cross played for a state championship, they had to go up to Airline and play in cold weather. Well, we have Bird coming down here to play us, so regardless of what the weather's like, at least we have them here. And what's great about it is we'll have our fan base ready to go, and I know everybody's real excited about it. Now, Bird is a real good football team. Run a lot of option out of a lot of variety of sets. A lot of quickness on that football team and speed. They're not giant kids, but they're real aggressive guys, and it's going to be quite a challenge, but it's something we're looking forward to.
You can see that entire interview in the 30-minute show. It's on Cox 4. It's NOLACatholicLeague.com, the TV show, a 30-minute show each week. We'll have highlights of all 4 of the Catholic League games this past week, the 2 in Baton Rouge. Also, of course, Holy Cross beat Catholic in Baton Rouge. Shaw had a tough one up north against Bird. And, of course, we have the highlights of St. Aug beating Jesuit. That, again, you can see Wednesday. It premieres at 6:30 on Cox 4 with replays Thursday and Friday. And don't forget about riverparishfootball.com. Plenty of great action over there on the River Parish side, and it really revolves this week around St. James. We told you about this team that had not won a game in 2 years, 0-19. Well, St. James beat Sterlington 42-40 for their second playoff win. Wow, Coach Dwayne Jenkins has done a spectacular job in his first year with the Wildcats.
Well, Coach, looks like the old stadium had a little bit of magic left in it.
That's all I was asking for, was a little bit of magic left between the river and the tracks, and I think we found it. If that's the last game that's ever played here, George, I think you got to add another verse to those greatest moments in St. James history.
Now, a little bit luck, too. I mean, the field goal at the end, they could have won it. God didn't even get it off the ground.
Yeah, I've been on that side of the fence as well, and I'm just so happy for this community and for our kids. When we were 0-4, I don't think a lot of people believed, but they showed up to work the next week and went to work, and we just going to be getting better and better each and every game, and hopefully we can keep riding this.
We're down to our final timeout. It's shout-out time, Thanksgiving Day style, when we return to the purple, black, and gold here from the showroom of Blue Haven Pools.
Step outside the ordinary to a place where dining out never requires reservations, and paradise is as close as your patio. A world paved with style and a little bit of magic. Bellegarde Hardscapes. Be prepared for company. For a free idea book, call 877-BELLEGARDE or visit bellegarde.biz.
For your decorative outdoor living needs, call Gemstone, your local Bellegarde dealer, in the New Orleans area and the North Shore, in Baton Rouge, and in Lafayette. Want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there watching the Purple, Black, and Gold, to all of our crew, and of course to you too, John.
Well, I appreciate that, my friend Eric. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Shout out time, and we begin with the former Saints quarterback.
Mine goes to a place that I think is going to be an awesome place to eat in town. Churras on Williams Boulevard and Kenner. Great Brazilian food. Trust me, folks, go to Churras.
Mine goes to my parents, Jim and Terry Ritchie, who have saved me in a big-time way over the last month. We're doing 2 TV shows. We're doing 2 websites, John. Jim and Terry came in, helped me with my daughters, helped me around the house. They helped me build an office at my house, putting my old Cincinnati Reds pictures up. So my shout-out goes to Jim and Terry Ritchie. Mom and Dad, happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for all that you did over the last month. And again, it's Thanksgiving. We still got a couple more shout-outs. My daughter, Chelsea, she's with us today for the taping of the show. She kind of wants to go into this business a little bit. Luckily, not in front of the camera, kind of, do the editing and the shooting.
Smart part of
she is going to make the money part of it.
Yes.
And we got to have one more shout-out. We're going to send a shout-out to Rebecca. There she is. Oh, look at her. It's her birthday. It's her birthday, so congratulations, happy birthday, and a shout-out to Rebecca at Blue Haven Pools. John?
Happy birthday.
That'll do it for another edition of Purple, Black, and Gold. For all the great folks here behind the scenes, and for John Forcade, I'm Eric Ritchie. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanks for watching Purple, Black,